Hello, good evening everyone. We are Rocio and Rafael, and now we're going to talk about a quite interesting topic in history, and it is the ancient and modern conflicts Israel and the Arab world, Judaism, Islam, and the war in Afghanistan. First of all, the first part of the topic, and it is Israel and the Arabic world or the Arab world. We will focus on the historical roots of the conflict, the creation of Israel, and the reaction of Arab nations. It will be useful for you to understand how colonial legacies and religious identities shape modern tensions in the Middle East. After the First World War, the Ottoman Empire collapsed, and Britain took control of Palestine under the League of Nations mandate. In 1917, the Balfour Declaration expressed British support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. At the same time, Britain had promised independence to Arab leaders. These contradictory promises created mistrust and tensions between the Jews and the Arabs, of course, which became the foundation of the conflict. Now, the creation of Israel. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan: one Jewish state, one Arab state, and Jerusalem under international control. The Jewish community accepted the plan, but Arab leaders rejected it. In 1948, to be specifically in May, Israel declared the independence. The next day, Arab countries invaded, starting the first Arab-Israeli war. Israel survived and expanded its territory, while around 700,000 Palestinians were displaced in what is known as the Nakba or catastrophe. Now, let's see the Arab world's position. The Arab League was created in 1945 to coordinate Arab countries against Zionism and the creation of Israel. Arab states did not always share the same position, because some remained hostile while others moved toward negotiation. In recent years, some Arab countries, such as the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, have normalized their relations with Israel. And this shows the diversity of perspectives, within the Arab world. So the legacy of British imperialism is central to understanding the conflict. Britain drew artificial borders, we have seen in the previous image, favored certain groups, and imposed the Western governance models. The Balfour Declaration and the mandate system left unresolved disputes. When Britain withdrew in 1948, the region was already divided and unstable. This shows how colonialism shaped the modern Middle Eastern conflicts and explains the reasons why the Arab-Israeli conflict is also a post-colonial struggle.
Hello everyone. Before keep going with the religion that we mentioned before, we need to know a little bit of United States religions at that time. So, first, the United States had developed its religion landscape through a long history of settlement and immigration. Each new group brought different beliefs, creating a very mixed and diverse religious environment. Second, even though Christianity remains the most influential tradition, the country also includes Jewish, Muslim, and many other communities that contribute to its plural identity. And finally, religion plays a strong role in social identity. For many people, it shapes values, community life, and the way they understand their place in society. This influence doesn't stay only within communities, it also reaches into public debates and political life. One important aspect is the ongoing debate about the separation between church and state, especially in public institutions like school or courts. Religious beliefs also have a clear impact on political behavior, influencing how people vote and how they interpret key public issues. And beyond politics, religion contributes to a national identity, providing shared moral ideas that shape the country's public conversation. Now, let's start with the Judaism. Judaism was one of the oldest monotheistic religions. It developed a strong cultural and spiritual link to the land of Israel, which became a central part of Jewish identity. Across history, Jewish communities have maintained traditions, beliefs, and a shared sense of belonging, shaped by religious law and cultural memory. From Judaism, we have to move to another major monotheistic religion that shaped the region in a different way. Islam emerged in the 7th century in the Arabian Peninsula and quickly unified diverse groups through a shared belief system, law, and community. Beyond religion practice, Islam has played a major role in forming the cultural identity of the Arab world, influencing social organization, political structure, and historical development. With that in mind, we move to a different context where identity, politics, and history interact in a more conflictive way: the Afghanistan War. A first key element is that US foreign policy was strongly influenced by Cold War experience, which shaped how the country understood global threats. Then, after 9/11, national security became the central priority, leading to a more active intervention in regions considered risky. The goal in Afghanistan was to dismantle hostile networks and encourage regional stability through international cooperation. But achieving stability was extremely difficult because the country had fragile institutions and faced a very complex political environment. To understand why stability was so hard to achieve, we need to consider the deeper historical backgrounds that shaped the region long before this intervention. During the 19th century, the British Empire intervened repeatedly in Afghanistan as part of the Great Game, using the territory strategically against Russian influence. One of the clearest consequences of this period was the creation of the Durand Line, a border drawn without considering ethnic or tribal realities. This division split important communities and created long-term tensions. Because of these inner divisions and rivalries, Afghanistan entered the modern era already fragmented, which made the search for stability much more difficult later on. Altogether, these points show how belief systems, foreign policy, and historical decisions can influence societies in powerful ways, shaping both national life and international conflict. Thank you for watching till the end. See you next time!